What's up, YouTube? Got my bro George over here with me today, and we just warmed up the car. Coolant temperature is now almost 200 degrees. Now we're gonna pull the spark plugs and get on with this leak down test.
Test your might. Test your might. Test your might. Test your might.
Alright, George, looks like, I'm not sure if you guys can see. You can press focus over here. Onto the spark plug. They look pretty good. Not too burnt, not too overly lean. I don't think a nice gray color. So they're not wet or anything. I don't know. I guess we have to look. All the spark plugs are not too bad. But that's what the leak down test is for. Okay. Inserting the snake in here.
I want everyone to replay the video at that section right there, but I want you to do it blinded and just let me know how that sounds, okay? Go in comments below. Put your snake in there.
After we set the tool up, we're not 100% ready yet. What we're gonna do is whatever cylinder you want to do the leak down test on. I'm gonna have to set it up on the compression stroke at top dead center. So once that's done, then we can hook up the test. Because at top dead center on the compression stroke, your intake valves and exhaust valves should be theoretically seated. And when they're seated, that's the whole point of providing pressure inside the cylinder, because it'll pressurize everything, and anything that's not seated properly will leak out. And that's how you know if you have badly seated intake valves or exhaust valves, or you have a head gasket leak, etc. So I want to show everyone how much carbon has been deposited in this piston. Ah, man, can't really get a good shot. The lighting's not right. With my flashlight, it was right. Let me see if I can adjust the exposure. Nope. How about over here? That's a little bit better shot. But basically, it looks like the piston is covered in carbon. Same with this one. Ran into a slight problem. Should have planned ahead. Don't know how to actually turn this engine by hand with the amount of room I have. Maybe I could stick something in here. I'm not sure. I don't think my deep sockets are gonna fit. So that's something to think about. Alright, engine's still pretty warm. I ended up taking off the cooling fan, and I also loosened the sway bar so I could stick the socket in here. Looks like it's a 21. Focus on that. It's in there, and then push this down, and then I can rotate this clockwise. I had stuck my hand over here while rotating the crank, and I felt some pressure. Alternatively, I could have used this glove or a balloon and stuck it on here until I saw it inflate, which means I'm on the compression stroke. So once I determined I'm on the compression stroke, I'm using this screwdriver, stuck it in there, and I'm going to determine where top dead center is by seeing where the screwdriver gets to the max height and stops moving. That's where I know it's top dead center. Alright, so I have my air compressor all charged up. I have the regulator set to 110 psi because over here I'm going to set this regulator to 100 psi. So basically what I'm saying is your source should be 10 psi greater than whatever you want to set this tester at. Okay? Take this over here. And we're going to hook it up. Over here. Again. Alright. So already I set this gauge up to 100. It's weird. I can't get it set. Alright. We have significant leakage on this. Let me see. so now we gotta open up everything. Listen to if there's any sound coming out from anywhere. Oops, with some oil. Not 100% sure if that's a cylinder from here. I need a. Hang on, let me get something else. This should work. This from here? Yep, that's from there. Nothing from there. Alright, so we're good for that. How about over here? We're gonna check the radiator. Let's see. I don't see any bubbles in the radiator. No bubbles in the overflow. Nope. Okay, we're good. Over there, throttle body. A little bit. A little bit from the throttle body. You want to hear?
Sure.
So you can identify. Here, go ahead. Ready? You tell me when you hear something.
Yeah.
Like a baby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So intake valve isn't sealing 100%. Okay. All right, that's something. And what else? Oh, the exhaust. Go to the exhaust. Here, take this. Take this with you, and see. Stick that in there and see if you can hear anything. Alright, so I'm determining the compression stroke on cylinder 2 since I couldn't show you on cylinder 1 because I was filming by myself. But this is my really rigged balloon setup. But you gotta work with what you got. And this is what I got. Alright, so hopefully this will inflate some and we will see where we're at. Okay, so now we need to keep an eye on when this starts inflating. Could you hold this on one hand? Hold it tight down here. And then when it starts inflating, let me know.
I felt it. See
Right
that?
there, right there. So, alright, this was a horrible idea. Put your hand on, and you'll be able to feel it. Ready?
Oh, I felt it.
You felt it, right?
Yeah.
Let go. Yeah, right there.
That's your top dead center happening?
No, that's the compression stroke. Now to find top dead center. Take this out. I'll show you how to do that. Alright, time to find top dead center. Right here. Make sure it's stuck inside. Good. Now be sure, film, make sure they see where the top is. Alright? Don't film this. No one cares about the light. Alright. Okay, a little bit more. A little bit more. Right there, it stopped. You see that? Saw that? It stopped moving up. That's top dead center. Tell me when.
Yeah.
Alright. See where we're at. 30. Gauge is reading 89, and we're at 30 on this side. Okay? This seems pretty low. I also want to note that I should have used the same pressure to test all the cylinders. However, my compressor sucked, and I used different ones. Shut up! Alright guys, cylinder 3, look at that. That's it. That's my head gasket leak. Damn, alright. Yep. I'm at 70 on the left gauge. About 26. Alright, last cylinder. The only reason I'm even doing this is because, just for completeness. We already know it has a head gasket leak. Pretty, without reasonable doubt. Cylinders 3 and 4 on the Miata, they tend to overheat because Mazda routed this coolant all weird. But that's like a history lesson for later. Originally, I think it was from a 323, and the engine was oriented horizontally, and because of that, and now it's mounted longitudinally, which means the cylinders 1 and 2 gets cooled much more than cylinders 3 and 4, and that's why I think my head gasket blew, because it overheated from here and here, and that's why it's messed up over there. Alright, last cylinder, leak down test. We got, let's see, 75 and 42, and no bubbling. So it looks like actually only cylinder 3s are a problem. Alright, that's it. Alright guys, so I don't think cylinder 3 was the only issue. I'm not sure what happened with cylinder 2. Please comment if you guys know what was up with that. Maybe I was on the exhaust stroke after all, because that one had a cylinder leakage of like 55% or something like that. I don't remember. I'll have to review the numbers, but that was a lot. That was a lot. Big discrepancy. But like 1 and 4, they still had like over 10% difference. I think 11%. I'm not sure, but I just remember it was over 10. So there's definitely some problems, and I definitely have to rebuild it. Stay tuned.